What's up, YouTube? Thank you for coming to visit my spot in the YouTube universe once again. I appreciate it. Like I said, I am doing a philosophy of religion class. It's an online course. And the introduction, we had to introduce ourselves. Of course, I post to them that I'm an atheist. A couple of posts that people said. Crystal says, "Your post intrigued me. I've seen many people grow up in church where they claim a specific religion, and then throughout their lives, twists and turns, they turn their back away from the religion and God. I've never known an atheist before. I'm sure your opinions and knowledge on the subject are interesting. For me personally, I don't believe in claiming a religion, but I do believe in God and Christianity. As easy as breathing for me. I look forward to reading more of your posts. Good luck in class." She sees many people where they claim a specific religion throughout their lives, twists and turns, they turn their back on religion and God. Well, Crystal, I was forced as a child, as a dependent, to go to church every Sunday. I hated every minute of it. The only parts I liked really were buying candy and seeing pretty girls in dresses. Other than that, I couldn't stand it. I remember one time my brother even called me the Antichrist because I was so critical of it all the time. I didn't really not believe it. I still believed in God because I didn't know being atheist was an option. I mean, my parents were creationists. I remember my dad one time saying, "How come monkeys aren't coming down from trees now?" And I was like, "Damn, that's a good argument. How come they're not? They say we're monkeys. God damn it, I want to see some." It wasn't until later I realized how stupid an argument that was. But yeah, I grew up, I didn't have any option but to be a Christian. It's not like I had different options. I didn't have any option. I didn't have a choice. It wasn't like I could even choose to go to a different church. Like, we had to go to the church that my dad wanted me to go to, and we had to buy into it. It was, if she's referencing me being the one turning my back on God, no, that was never me. I never was the one that wasn't me. I went because I had to go, not because I wanted to. Believe me, every Sunday I would have chosen to stay home. There isn't one Sunday where I was like, "Oh, I want to go to church." Never. I went because I was forced to, and that's it. And the minute I had a decision to go to church or not to go, I haven't been back since. So you're not talking about me. And how in the world you cannot claim a religion and believe in God and Christianity is beyond me, but you have the right to speak your mind even if it makes no sense at all. Then we have Stephanie Kilgore, who says, "Ooh, I said her name, oops." She goes, "Ivy Tech too, oops." Okay, "I too am curious about you and your belief. I'm a devout Christian, have been to church all my life. I couldn't imagine not having a belief or not believing in something bigger than myself. I respect the fact that others feel differently, even though they're going to go to hell, and it always interests me to understand why they have come to this mindset. I think that's what makes us different, allows us to grow as individuals." Well, I do believe in something bigger than myself. There's a lot of things that are bigger than myself. For one, my children, I think, are bigger than me. I think society as a whole is bigger than me. I think the universe is bigger than me, and I realize it is, and it humbles me to realize how small I am in the scope of the whole universe, which I'm sure, Stephanie, you never even realized how small you are compared to the whole universe, and that my time on this planet is limited. I know that, and that's what makes me humble. That's what makes me realize that I'm not that special, and that I don't have the right to live forever. In fact, I am lucky to even be here. I am one of what, a couple million sperm to make it? And that in itself is enough for me. I don't need a God. I don't need to live forever to be humbled and amazed at something bigger than myself. So there's your answer. Now, I only got 2 responses, which really disappointed me because I really wanted to give it to them. But I guess I'll have my chance. The first lesson was on the ontological argument for the existence of God, which we all know, so I really don't need to go over it because there are people who've explained the inconsistencies with this argument better than I ever could, just off the top of my head, theoretical bullshit. Did a great job in explaining that. But the thing that really irritated me about this chapter was that the pastor, not the pastor, but the author of this book, he starts out by quoting Bertrand Russell. First he calls him an agnostic, which he wasn't, and then he ends up, there's a passage in the book where Russell says that the ontological argument is sound. That's out of Russell's autobiography. If you go look at his autobiography, the very next sentence says that he no longer accepted that view as of 1890, something like that, some point in time. But the author of this book leaves it as if that was his final position. Very dishonest on his behalf. And it just irritates me. As soon as I read that, I was like, how could he say that that argument is sound and then continue to be an agnostic or an atheist? Well, there's your answer. Quote mining. You know, I thought when I took this class that I was really going to hear some things that I hadn't seen in the YouTube world and on the Facebook world and on the Twitter world, but you're still getting the same logical fallacies, quote mining, that you get in anything. So, you know, I'm covering all my bases. So anyone who says you don't have an open mind, I didn't have to take this class. I'm taking it because I want to understand. I still want to know if there's anything that you guys can present to me that isn't baked in some sort of a half-truth or a lie. But so far, I'm not able to find it yet. I'm still looking. I'm still looking for some nugget of truth that you guys have to offer. But you can't offer it without it being some sort of fallacy or a quote mine or a lie. Every single important claim either is false or is wrapped in some half-truth. But the next chapter, I may have something. It's on the cosmological argument of the existence of God. I'm going to read it, and probably next Monday or sometime after that, once I'm done with this section, I will give you guys another video, and I promise you I'm going to make them more often. You might be wondering what's in the background. This is my house. I bought this house last year. It appraised for about $215,000 bucks. Not bragging, I'm just saying God is good. We're Black Atheists out.